are back.
Let's go.
We have another guest. We did miss a week, but it was a holiday.
Yeah.
So, we missed Memorial Day weekend, and that's our first break. But I was actually honestly kind of freaked out. I was like, if we actually skip a week, are we gonna come back?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was looking forward to coming back.
Yeah. Well, I'm DJ Lowstacks.
Peanut Butter Paul.
DJ Jelliefish. I didn't know it was Peanut Butter Paul.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. Peanut Butter Paul is sick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you threw me off. So I was like, oh, Peanut Butter Paul, that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, DJ Jelliefish.
Yeah, and Paul's ironically allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
On top of it. Fuck,
Yeah.
that's awesome, dude.
Most people think I just love it. So
Well, I mean, I love peanut butter, dude.
Yeah.
What do you do around Halloween?
I miss out on a lot of candy.
Fuck. That really sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Damn.
One time we were at the library and Shayna, it was like around Halloween last year, or the year before. Yeah, it was last year. And Shayna brings us a bunch of candy and it was all Reese's.
Oh, no.
The Reese's eggs or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. One of my guys is diabetic, so sometimes when we'll have like candies and we're like, one of these, like, you want me to die?
Yeah.
Like, no, we don't. So,
Yeah. So let's start out. We'll go around the horn, just kind of recapping. I'll briefly recap Memorial Day weekend. So I had two events. I had a Saturday wedding at Blue Dress Barn. So you're very familiar with that spot.
Yeah.
That's down in Shawn's neck of the woods down there. And then Sunday, I was at Bay Point. Of the two, Blue Dress was definitely the better, which honestly, I was expecting the exact opposite.
Really?
I thought for sure that the Bay Point one was going to be more hype, but
Yeah.
it was the Blue Dress Barn, man.
It's funny it goes like that sometimes. Like the least expected ones can be like really hype.
Yeah. And then this past weekend, or yesterday actually, I was DJ at a graduation party.
Ooh, I haven't done one of those in a minute.
I know. I hadn't in a long time, but it was for a planner that I used to work with a ton. And then I got hired on at a country club.
Yeah.
So she was doing all the event coordination and stuff for that. And then she left the country club and now she's a free agent again.
Oh,
so
sick.
yeah, she got booked to do this graduation party, and they basically gave her a budget and said, "You take it."
Yeah.
Dude, love that.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
she's like, "I want this guy, I want this caterer, I want this, whatever."
Oh,
so,
why can't it always be like that?
oh,
Yeah.
I know.
It also like says a lot about you of like keeping that connection with her like throughout the years, and then the first person she thinks of when we need a DJ, it's like, oh, let me call Logan.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
That's a good feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just a great feeling to keep that going and then like have it back and then build on that.
Yeah,
That's
right.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
to
cool.
have her. Well, she just hit me up all of a sudden. Like she emailed me from her old email,
Oh,
like
sick.
the original, like her, her business name or whatever. And I was like, "Whoa,
Right?
Huh.
Like, hold on a second.
yeah."
Yeah, that's cool.
And she's like, "Surprise!"
Yeah. Hello.
But she hit me up. She's like, "You want to get on Zoom? Can we get on a Zoom call?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she, broke the news that she, had left the country club and everything. So, yeah. What did you were
Memorial Day.
You were
was,
gone, right?
Yeah, I was at Captain Lou's for Saturday
Okay.
and Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah, that was
Nice.
banger. It felt so good to be back. Like I've talked about that place a couple times on the pod, but for sure it's still my favorite place to play.
Where's that at again?
South Haven.
Oh, dude, that's what I thought it was.
Yep.
I'm about to come out and bother you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother you. I'm
No,
just going to come
yeah.
out, dude, because I
Come
love
out.
that place.
I'm there next weekend too.
Oh,
Saturday.
shit.
Yeah, me and Kane.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Great time. It is fun being back to back. I just stayed out there, just partied all weekend.
South Haven rips.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
This weekend I was in a wedding, so it's fun to be on the other side of like DJing. But that was a good time too. That was on the east side over in Pontiac.
It's cool.
Banger of a wedding.
You?
Oh, so Memorial weekend. Where was I? Oh, I was at Mill Creek on Saturday.
I've got one there coming up on the 14th.
Yeah, Mill Creek Saturday. Kind of a logistical nightmare, but cool spot. No like DB rules or nothing. You can really throw down there, and the bar's right on the dance floor. So ended up being a really good wedding. It was fun. Nothing too crazy. Worked with a phenomenal planner, White Dahlia events. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
So it was a really smooth wedding. One of those where like you almost feel like you're behind on everything, but you're really on top of everything, and like you're doing so much less work. Like you're not running around like a crazy. They're doing everything for you. So it was really smooth. And then the next 2 days, I actually was my first ever Indian Hindu wedding.
Okay.
And that was at Watermark Solarium in Stevensville. And that was such a cool experience.
Yeah.
I learned that Indians are later than I am. Like I'm always late for everything. It's just a bad habit of mine. I just calculate everything wrong. And then they're so late on everything, like way worse than fucking me. But they're so cool, calm, and collected at the same time. And it's just chaos too. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like my household growing up as a kid at Christmas. Everybody's going fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But it's just like, whatever. I think today's generation just be straight up overstimulated.
Yeah.
But like, it was cool. So it was just a cool experience to see that and how they party, how they get down. And then the Monday morning, literally the next morning, was their true Indian, ceremony services where like the true, like with everything and the smoke and walking around the fire. Honestly, it was beautiful. I literally was like,
did you do both then? So you did the party, and then
Yep.
the next morning you had to come back and do the ceremony?
Yeah,
Nice.
which that did suck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that sucked, dude. Like you're like on a high, you don't fall asleep. I didn't even fucking fall asleep.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, it's like 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, I am not going to bed.
Yeah.
It's like woke up, just kept going, was back at the venue at like 8:30. And the ceremony was supposed to start 9:30. We didn't start till like 10:15. Fucking late on everything. But they have like a heritage where they normally like come in like on an elephant or a white horse or something like that. That's their tradition. But obviously it's hard to do that, around, the area. So they get on like the back of a truck and they're like the groom comes out and like everybody like showers them as they're dancing in the street and everything.
Cool. Nice.
So from that, logistics wise, there was a lot going on, but dude,
Gotta shut the furnace off. Hang on.
Oh, you're good.
You guys do that. You guys.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that is like whenever I'm recording like for a commercial, I'm like, fuck, the fan is on, dude.
Yeah.
Or like I'll be like somebody will come in to record a spot or whatever, and it just fucks everything up.
Just white noise in the background.
That was called a TV timeout.
Yeah, right.
I forgot to turn off the AC. Everybody.
Hey, it works.
When we start
it's
sweating
loud.
balls, you'll know why.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, that's a problem of mine too. I sweat too much, dude.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, no, what a cool experience though. Like, to be able to experience like party vibe, something totally different, and to keep me on my toes with that, and then also experience a true traditional Hindu Indian wedding. Like I can look back at it now and go, that was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it truly. We get it. We can get into a rut of just seeing the same thing over and over and over. Like Natalie Cole, like everybody wants to talk about like all these songs being played. Like we hear the same shit, but the experience that was so fucking cool. So that was Memorial Weekend for me, and then just this past weekend, I was at Trey Farms on Saturday, which turned out to be awesome. Dude, man, they had everything. They had like somebody with a damn cooler backpack serving cannolis on the dance floor.
Dude.
Bro, it's crazy.
I've had that one time. There's actually a blue dress barn.
Okay.
They were called the Cannoli Boys.
Oh, really?
It might have been them.
Was it?
I don't know. I
Okay.
didn't get a chance.
So it was so cool. They
That's
come rolling
sick.
in with they had cannolis and coffee.
Cool.
But they came in, they had like a husky toolbox, like rolling in, and had all their supplies in it, and like the coffee makers were mounted.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, how are these things not falling off?
Yeah.
It's because they were like legitimately like they had them like mounted, like screwed down to the top. So they just wheeled that freaking thing in, and then they're making like lattes and stuff. And then the dude freaking busts his box out and he's walking around, he's on the dance floor, and I'm like,
That's sweet.
It's so
Bro.
wild.
Yeah. Get
come
over
here.
here.
Low
Come
key,
here, kid.
low key, best cannoli I've ever had.
Yeah, I was
Best
like-
cannoli.
Well, he was
So
like, he had the
it's so
shells,
good.
and he's like, filling them
Oh,
up,
yeah.
totally.
dipping them in the
That might have
So
been him.
I was like, pistachio on one side, chocolate chip on the other, please.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I was trying to
good.
make my own. What is it? Dubai chocolate.
Yeah, right, dude. No, that was cool. So that was cool. So they had a lot going on. Fun weekend. Yeah, just horrible playlist that I got, but it was all good. We made the best of it, so it was all good.
Yeah, that Atre place is like I've never been there. I've only ever seen pictures, but it looks pretty wild.
It is. It's tough. Like if we want to be like nitpicky, which like for us we can as DJs, it sucks.
Mhm.
Like it's they haven't properly soundproofed it.
It
But-
looks like a DJ's nightmare of an echo chamber.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. And that's when sometimes like you have a bigger party, you're pushing the sound a little bit more, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so loud!" It's like, "Yo, I can clap in here and it's loud."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody shouts and it echoes. It's a gymnasium, right?
Yeah.
But it is absolutely stunning. You walk in there and you're like, "Whoa, this looks just like the pictures." Like it's
Dang.
crazy. So cool spot, but it is a logistical nightmare because you've got like this upstairs like VIP dance area, but then you got downstairs where they do everything else. So you're running sound upstairs, downstairs, outside where they have cocktail hour, another 50 yards the other way there's ceremony,
Dang.
and it's not a plug-in system or anything like that. So you're bringing like, you know, at the end of the night, it's like 15 minutes. You're trying to tear everything down, and they're looking at you. They're all done with their 30 employees, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like, bruh.
Yeah.
And the smallest elevator on earth,
Oh,
one subwoofer fits in there, you know. So
Yeah.
you're like, we're out of there in 40 minutes, and I'm feeling good, and they're like, you guys are slow, like, fish, please, like, you know. So, but it's a gorgeous spot, really cool couples, and man, it was a solid party. Just kind of tough one, but that's just being nitpicky.
Yeah.
From a DJ, from behind the booth, everything like is totally different. When you go walk around, it's like this is a cool party.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, yeah.
Well, that's how it was for me with that graduation party. Is like, you know, the party itself was awesome. I'm sure the kid loved it. Like, you know, everyone had a good time. But for me, like as a DJ, it was really hard because you have everything from, you know, literally 17 to 18-year-old kids and younger to, you know, most of the parents were around my age. So around 40, I'd say 40 to 50, most of them. And once the dancing started, like, I don't think anyone had a true grasp on, is this the kids' party or the parents' party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was literally getting like, I felt like Stretch Armstrong, getting stretched in every direction. You know, the kids are requesting, you know, well, it's kind of funny because I didn't get a single request for anything that I didn't know, which was cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
But they're requesting like Party Rock Anthem and, you know, Soldier Boy.
All the timeless music.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the moms are wanting to hear like a bunch of them had just gone to the Russell, is it Dickerson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
They like a bunch of the moms left the graduation party, went to the concert, and came back. So they're coming back requesting that type of stuff. They're requesting Bob Seger and Hall & Oates and like,
Oh no.
Man, that's tough.
at a wedding, I think,
Yeah.
you know, that's fine. But I've got kids that are just looking at me like, bro.
Yeah.
And then I've got the moms that like, you know, I got not a boo, but a next
Oh,
for
God,
Usher.
that's the worst.
Usher, yeah.
What?
A mom saying next, and I'm like, and the next thing,
I hate it.
dude, this and the next thing are like,
Right?
for those of
Yeah.
you that aren't watching and you're listening on Spotify, I just did like the whole throat cut thing, but yeah, those two gestures are like the freaking worst for me, man.
Yeah.
Especially because like, you know, I've got pretty thick skin when it comes to that stuff. Like it doesn't really bother me like a ton. It throws me off a little bit. It can. If it continues to happen, it throws me off. One next, I'm like, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the worst part about that is like this Saturday, it was a request. So someone had requested a song. I'm playing the request, and now someone else is yelling next. So then I'm watching the crowd. The lady that requested the song, I watched, like she's dancing, having a good time to the song that she requested, and then all of a sudden she hears this other freaking lady yelling next, and I watched her look over, and like the energy just drained. And then she stopped dancing, and then she left the dance floor.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And like went over to the bar, and I never saw her again.
Damn.
Of course.
And this other girl, you know, then of course I changed the song, but like she just ruined that person's, doesn't know it. She has no idea that she did it, but she just ruined that person's night, or her vibe for the moment anyway, not the night. You know what I mean? That's
Sure.
Definitely the vibe for the moment though.
Yeah.
Because you can like feel the vibe change if somebody's like yelling next at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the worst part is like you just don't know what like whose feelings you're hurting in that
Mhm.
moment. It's the most selfish thing you can do as a guest, whether you're at a wedding or the club or a graduation party.
Yeah.
You know, yelling next or doing the cutthroat thing is the most selfish thing you can do.
And
Just-
you should know that like if you just wait 2 minutes, there'll be another song on.
right. Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's not like you got to listen to this for 15 minutes.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
be patient.
Yeah.
I quick mix. I'm playing 2 to 2.5 minutes of every song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and I'm out of it.
Mhm.
It's just people for whatever reason they can't see in a different lens.
Mhm.
You know, like they can't grasp the concept
Yeah.
of, hey, it's just now.
Mhm.
You know, this like Amazon Prime world, dude. Like next,
Yeah.
right? And that's what they think. Low key, someone gives me that cutoff signal, I go right back. I just go, what? What's up?
Yeah.
I just go, or I get my phone out and I just start like recording them.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
a good move.
fuck with them, dude, a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, hey, you're having a good time? Cool. Like, just
Yeah.
totally reverse psychology on them.
You give them the whole.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. It's so to give them the half heart.
Yeah.
Come on up. So,
Shoot.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, man. Let's touch. Well, you're obviously on here as a guest, so thank you for making the drive up.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. Thanks
Um,
for having me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's touch on kind of your history. How'd you get into DJing? DJ name, like that type of stuff. Like
Yeah.
what's the Jelliefish thing. I think it's unique, so I'd love to hear the story behind that.
Yeah,
And-
definitely.
Yeah. So first, name or just like, or what do you
Kind of.
think?
Well, start with how you got into it. Like,
Okay. Oh yeah. So that would be definitely like radio
Okay.
for sure. I think here's one thing too. I was just telling my guy recently, like, hey, I didn't grow up going like, hey, I'm gonna be a wedding DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like I didn't like I love what I do. Obviously, it's fucking awesome. But it's not like I grew up like I wanted to be a NASA astronaut when I, you know what I mean. That I not that smart at school, so I can't really do that. But anyways, yeah. So radio is kind of how I got into the DJing world right out of high school. Started working in radio, going for communications associations or associate's degree, and just kind of like started to fall in love with like the mobile entertainment part and really understanding how people react to recognizable music, but certain placement of it too, with no matter like what genre it was. So I really kind of was getting fascinated by that. Started understanding why like a Taylor Swift would get played on a pop station, mind you, like in Chicago, like once every 13 minutes. It's crazy, right? Like I think that's absurd, but like you start understanding why like it happens that way. So that's how I kind of started off, because radio pays like shit, like it's horrible. And one of their like sub companies was a mobile DJing company, and they're like, hey, if you want to make some more money, you can do this. And they kind of leverage that with you, which is bullshit, because they leverage that with you, like come review time, like, hey, you're not getting a raise, but you made like 10 grand in DJing this year. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I worked extra weekends for that. But anyways, long story short, that's how I started DJing, was in radio. And then the name thing was because of radio as well. I had a nickname in high school, Jellybean, and which is another long story, but whatever. Had Jellybean as my like nickname. When I got into radio, they're like, hey, do you have a nickname? Said it. Everybody laughed. But then one guy was like, hey, I don't think I've ever heard like a Jellybean on the radio. So he goes, let's roll with that, and kind of kicked off. And it became a really cool thing on a rock station where I was at. And so my radio mentor, his name was Catfish. So the guy that I learned everything from, like marketing, branding, how to produce commercials in a very unique way before AI, before ChatGPT, and how to write creatively, how to like, be that, that earworm for people and create cool jingles. Like that was the dude. And mobile, like DJing too. Like he was DJing in the 80s, roller rinks, bro, like all skates and everything. And he had all these cool stories. So like I really was keen with him, and we developed like a best friendship. God rest his soul. Cheers to him, or the Catfish.
Yeah.
So boom. But yeah, so when I decided to start the company, I just took Jelly from Jellybean and then Fish from Catfish. So
it's kind of a little homage to him then.
oh, totally. Now I think about that all the time. Yeah, and
That's really
and there's certain times where like I'll play a song that like even like we would play or whatever, and I'm like playing a hook of it, and I'm like, it's for you, buddy, or whatever. Or like you see numbers come in, or like it was literally like this company was supposed to be just like a little side fun, no biggie. Like, hey, maybe make an extra 15 grand a year, maybe have some fun.
Yeah,
and then it turns into like where people are making like full time salaries off of you.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like that's fucking awesome. So I think about him all the time with that. I'm almost more proud of that than anything else. But yeah.
Well, that's one thing that I talked about. We just filmed some like personal interviews to put on the website a couple weeks back, and one of the things that I mentioned, that I wanted to talk about on that was, like why I started Lux Entertainment and all of that, and like where I want to see it go.
Yeah.
And what you just mentioned hits home, because that's the big thing for me is like seeing. We send out the 1099s, right?
Really?
So like seeing how much money I'm putting into households, and how like that just makes you feel like makes you feel really good to know that like I'm supporting not just myself, but I'm putting money into all these people's households. I'm helping kids get clothes, and for a lot of the guys it's their extra money.
Yeah.
So we're helping pay for vacations and doing all this stuff, and they're also getting to do their passion.
Yeah.
At the same time,
Yeah.
So it's a really cool feeling.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you, because I think that's probably the coolest thing. I've told like everybody, yeah, it's cool. Like you're successful. You've started this from absolutely nothing. But like when one of your guys says, hey, like my parents needed money at one point. I was able to give it to them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like that hits and you're like, hell yeah, like that's cool, you know?
Mhm.
With that being said though, like this is a unique industry. The more you put in, the more you're going to get.
Yeah.
The less you do, the less you're going to get, you
That's
know?
very true.
So, you know, it's just one of those things where, that's probably the most proud I am with that. Just like that feeling, which is dope. I think it's really cool, you know? So, but yeah, so Jelly, start was radio. Jelliefish was from radio, and then Catfish the mentor. And what was there another question? I forget. Fuck.
We usually ask like something just, I don't know. Well, I guess one of them that we typically ask is, like, is there something crazy that you've had happen? Like, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at a wedding? Or at an event, not even at a wedding.
Yeah, you know, that's really tough. I mean, we've all seen like crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know,
It's hard to dial it in.
It really is. I've got a crazy fun one that I'll never forget. And I love telling this story. So it's not like, oh my God, like, you know, they broke up beforehand, like, you know, nothing like that. Luckily, I've never experienced that. But I got one where it almost felt like that. And we're doing the ceremony. We're at Tabor Hill, and they're doing their vows. And very sweet vows. The bride's talking, and she goes, you know, hey, you know how much I love you, right? And he's like, yeah. And she's like really love you. And he goes, yeah. Like, you, no matter what, you love me. Everybody really gets quiet. And I'm even like, what the fuck is she talking about? And she goes, okay, well, I have a confession to make. I cheated. And she paused. And everybody, she goes, at Scrabble for the past 4 years. Dude, fucking, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, this is happening. No way this is happening. What do I do? Like, am I going home? You know, what the hell's going on? So she did Scrabble. Everybody starts laughing, whatever. Yeah. So that was like crazy. But then later on in the end of the night, last dance of the night, they're going nuts, whatever. And she flails her hands and broke the dude's nose.
Holy shit.
Fucking starts bleeding. That dude took it bad on his wedding day, man.
Oh my God.
Like to report, they're still married. They're having a kid. So like everything's good, but like
almost has a heart attack, gets his nose busted.
End of the night, dude, bam, dude, is right. And there's like a sound limit too. And like I had to be done. So we couldn't even go one more because he came back from like fucking like, tissues in his nose, dude. So that's like one of the craziest things, I think, but also one of the like funniest stories that I'll never forget.
Yeah. Damn. So did you ever like DJ bars or anything?
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, that honestly, there's dive bars that kind of kept me afloat when I first started. You know, like the consistent Friday, Saturdays, not the highest paying gigs, but hey, they were there every fucking weekend.
It's fun.
You know what really is? I love still doing them. People ask me all the time, like, because we'll do casino gigs still.
You do like C-Bar at
Four Winds. Yeah. Dude, we were doing a lot of the South Bend stuff too. Or they'll ask us to do like a good band will be coming in and I'll open for them or whatever. One of my guys just did their tacos and tequila day. It was pretty cool. Okay. They had like a straight up mariachi band. Yeah. Really cool. So like, yeah, those are the kind of like what we've like grown into, but like the dive bar scene, I personally, I don't want to do them anymore every weekend, but I'll still dabble in a couple here or there because it humbles you. Yeah. And then also remember some of your roots. Yeah. And then you get to like explore a little bit more, test a little bit more. Yeah. I love doing non-wedding gigs. People ask me like, hey, why are you still fucking doing this? Don't you have people? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. But like, I like out here hustling. It helps me for weddings. Yeah. You know, it helps me when I'm out like every weekend.
It's a change of scenery too, you know, and that's one thing that I've like, well, this year specifically, I've intentionally, for one, raised my prices significantly, but
good for you.
Also, I did it with the goal of doing more non-wedding stuff. Yep. You know, like this graduation party I just did. Had I not only booked myself for 26 weddings this year, I probably, I 100% would have had a wedding. Yeah. We had 3 weddings yesterday. One of those would have been mine. Yeah, for sure. You know, for sure. Had my pricing not be different than everyone else's.
Yeah, where it's at.
So we'll touch on that too in a minute. I want to talk about, you know, we don't have to talk about actual numbers, but just like tiered pricing and like the mentality behind it and how it actually works. You know, it does work. It works really well. I was so standoffish about doing it for the longest time. It was mostly I don't want to say ego is not the right word, but I didn't think that I deserved more than anyone else. Because I don't think that I'm better than any of the other guys.
I see what you're saying.
Well, it looks like Paul's wanting us to take shots. So
Yeah.
Hey, I put him out there. It's an option.
You didn't want the peanut butter whiskey?
Some screwball.
Right. Cheers.
Yeah, let's circle back on that. And I know you have, different packages, different tiers and things. And for me, like I was just mentioning, I think that having the tiered pricing, what it's done is it's allowed like people like Paul that are newer to the team to get booked way more.
Yeah.
Because he's, on the lowest tier. But when I pitch that in the sales consultation, I make sure that I mention that the tiered pricing is not a talent based system. It's not who's better than somebody else. It's literally who's more sought after.
Yeah.
Who has a better reputation? Who has more history with not even necessarily the brand, but the industry, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like someone like Ryan,
Yep.
Ryan's got, accolade after accolade, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, Kane, same thing. Like Kane doesn't even need a social media presence because people they know
It's badass
who he is, right? And he does need a social media presence. If he doesn't watch this because
yes, you do. I'm going to agree with you. Yes, you do.
You do need it, bro.
My guy Hunter is the same way. Hunter, you need one too.
Yeah. Now Kane's an amazing DJ, but eventually he's going to run out of people that know him.
Yeah. Yeah, big time. Or you get stuck with the people of the hand-me-downs that know you.
Yeah.
And you're not getting the clientele that doesn't like necessarily, I hate to say, I'm not trying to be mean, but sometimes you end up getting the clientele that really doesn't like, they like you, they appreciate you, and they know you from know-how, right? But you know this, like you grow into a clientele that appreciates your talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when the people are talented, like a Kane, right? You deserve more than just like somebody's cousin's third friend or whatever. You know what I mean? You deserve someone that's like, yo, saw this dude on social media. He rips.
Yeah.
And damn, we're so excited. And they're like getting, and then they're willing to pay you more too on top of it.
Yeah.
So I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, and with the social media thing, like Paul, I think he's ready to level up to the next tier. And I think that he could go up to bat against Kane, Ryan, Juan, all those guys.
Bro, your fucking name alone, dude. Dog. That's so good, man. I'm telling you, Peanut Butter Paul is the shit. I love marketing and branding for my radio back. Dude, I fucking love that name, dude. I'm not going to forget it ever. Peanut Butter Paul, dude. It's badass.
What's the best part about it all, though, is he's the most active on social media.
Good.
Yeah.
Like more so than me even, which is, he's posting all the time. So he looks busy. Now, he doesn't just look busy. He is busy.
Yeah.
But then he's posting it, so he looks busy.
Yeah.
So when people go to look at him, oh, wow, he posted 5 times this week.
There is something about that, man. I did it. It's wild. I did a wedding back in February, and I booked 3 weddings just off that wedding alone. But it was like they were, hey, do you have any reviews or whatever? So I went like back and reshared some like, instant like reviews that I had like on site just to reshare it even.
Yeah.
Like recycle stuff so they can see like, hey, previous parties that you had.
Yeah.
And since you have that material, you can go back to it, right?
Yeah.
So it might not have happened that weekend, but you can go, and then subconsciously, they're watching, right? And they're interested and it's a good fit for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go reach it and they're like, oh my God, from all the videos, the Google reviews. And you're like, hell yeah, let's fucking party. Let's go. So it's good, man. Keep building.
No, over the last year, I've noticed a difference too with like DJing and social media and like having people that I know come out to see me play like bars and stuff. Like at Captain Lou's, like my buddy was getting his haircut last week before Memorial Day, and the haircutter lady, she was like asking him what he's doing. She's like, "Oh, I'm going out to Captain Lou's. Peanut Butter Paul's playing," and he's like, "That's my best friend. Like, it's my homie."
That's sick.
And I don't even know her. She just like follows me on Instagram. I was like,
that's cool.
That made me feel good.
It's probably because you're like ranking in Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
For sure. And the South Haven market too.
Yeah.
Solid, dude. It's very, as you know, it's really humming here, this summer, it's really going. And then people end up, even when they're drunk as fuck, but they're like, where's your card, man? Hey, you do my party this summer? Yeah, sure you go, and then you never know what it leads to. That summer party leads to a $3,000-$4,000 wedding, or whatever. So it's cool.
Yeah. No, Lou's is like that too. Like every time I play there, people are always asking me for a card.
Bro, I go down to South Haven just to escape from my like local things. Like nobody knows me there, and I like it.
Yeah.
I just like go there and just chill at the beach.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, speaking of your area, I start at Harper Shores on the 18th.
Nice.
This is my third year. You need to come.
I'm going to. I swear to God, I promise.
For 3 years,
promise,
this dude's
dude.
been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come hang
I'm
out."
like
with you
5
one of
minutes
these
away.
days."
It's
I'm gonna
so bad.
I'll be there. I'm gonna come out one of these days.
It's like,
that's funny.
I'm so fucking terrible at that. Plus, dude, with Thursdays, man. But like, you know what? There's a couple weeks here, like you were saying with the 26 weddings. You know, I've got 34 or 35 or something. So not close to what we're used to. Like
Yeah.
we're used to like 40 plus, right?
The last 2 years in a row, I did 43 last year. I did
Yeah.
45 the year before. I did 59 the year before that.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That was like that COVID comeback year. Yeah, that one. Oh, shit, I want to say I did like 65.
Yeah,
it was
Dang.
stupid, dude. It was stupid. It was
I
dumb.
was
It
doing
was too
weddings on
much.
every day of the week, dude.
That's
If
like
it
3 a
ended on
weekend,
Y,
at least.
Yeah.
If the day ended with Y, I was doing a wedding.
Only one I haven't is Tuesday. I've done every other.
I've done a Tuesday.
Have you done it?
I
That's
did do a
crazy.
Tuesday. I was at Baker's Lofts in Holland.
What?
Dude, I love
Yeah.
that spot. It's a good
Yeah.
spot.
And the one song, the one and only song on the request list was that freaking "Got the Club Going Up"
Yeah.
on a Tuesday.
I love that, dude.
And part of the reason that they got married on a Tuesday is because they're both service industry.
Oh,
So like all their
nice.
friends were able to
Yeah.
get a Tuesday off.
totally makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, and they got a good deal on everything. Like I gave
Oh,
them a
yeah,
deal, the
course.
venue gave them a deal. Yeah.
I mean, why not? Especially with that comeback year, dude. I was doing Wednesdays, Mondays, Thursdays, dude.
Damn.
There was one I'll never forget. I did a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I
Whoa.
swore to myself, I was like, and I didn't do it on purpose. It was just the reschedules
Mhm.
and I just felt so bad. Like as a human, you're just like, God, they didn't choose this either,
Yeah.
you know, and fuck, you know, and you end up like kind of losing money because at least with our policy, you know, when they rescheduled for that, you know, with COVID, they didn't like, it wasn't new pricing. Everything was locked in already with their contract they signed. I
Yeah.
just thought that was fair.
Yeah,
So,
same.
you know,
And they paid like well over a year ago. Like I sent
exactly.
Logan a post the other day that was like, I'm DJing a wedding for free this weekend because they paid a year and a half in advance.
it's the worst feeling.
Like you
That's the
you
worst.
already like spent that money or
Yep.
like
Oh,
used it for something else. And like
It's so true. I love that feeling. One of my guys was like, "Do not pay me until after the wedding."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, I got you." He's like,
yeah.
"I just need to feel accomplished.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to feel motivated."
I totally agree
You
with
know?
that actually.
So
Well, that's one thing that we can actually touch on with the multi-app talk. But yeah, the payment thing, man. Like, you know, I have couples all the time. They're like, "Hey, can we pay in full? Is there a discount for paying in full?" And I'm like, "No." And sometimes I'll honestly say, like, "Hey, like honestly, like if you can wait, I would appreciate you waiting because from a tax perspective,
Mhm.
I
There you
don't
go.
want to pay taxes on."
yep.
This year.
Which it
if the
sounds
wedding's
so-
next year.
It sounds so like
No, it's real though.
it's real, but like it sounds so like shitty to be like, actually, I just don't want to pay taxes on that. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Don't tell them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean the money's just gonna sit in an account, and
Yeah.
I mean, well, I do. I think we talked about this before. So I'm getting a weird humming all of a sudden.
Could be a
It's
phone.
that fucking vape, bro.
Wow, a vape does it?
Yeah, vape just made the mic.
Yeah.
on.
Shut up.
But
That's
one thing
awesome.
that I do, and we had to talk about this, but I do the high yield savings thing with our retainer money.
Oh yeah.
So all our retainer money goes into a high yield savings, which is like 3 or 4% or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm not like robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
because you know, Paul, you don't even know this, but
Yeah, no offense.
No offense.
Yeah, we're not
no offense, but
trying to pay you.
yeah. But when I was first talking about wanting to leave my day job, I had one of my mentors like run through my books and like running through the whole business, and like he comes back a couple days later and he's like, absolutely not.
Oh, really?
If you quit your job tomorrow, you will be back in a day job in 2 years,
Really?
because I was so upside down and didn't even realize it.
Wow.
Because I was taking retainer money from next year,
Mhm.
using it as working capital.
Mhm.
So then I was constantly saying robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
So I'm paying for this year's events with next year's money
Mhm.
because I'd already spent this year's money the year before.
Yeah.
So it took me over a year to climb out of that
Mhm.
because I had to still take a little bit because I
Yeah.
was so
Yeah.
upside down. I couldn't just completely flip it, right?
Yeah.
So it took me a while to like dig myself out of that, but now I'm finally
Yeah.
to the point where like our 2027 money is all sitting in
A 2027 account.
That's
Some
what
sort
you
of
want
thing.
too.
Yeah.
But it's tough doing that.
It's nobody
tough.
tells you that when you start a
Nobody.
freaking business, dude.
Nope.
People no one tells you that.
No.
Like even my accountant didn't tell me anything like that. Like nobody did. Like it was like you just have to kind of. It's one of those things which is screwed up, but you just kind of you got to figure it out.
You just learn through it, which it's a really tough learning process too.
Dude,
like that's a big learning process,
especially when you look at like I look at our bank account right now because we're getting all this money coming in for all the summer events that are coming up.
It feels so good, and then you're like,
oh,
it's gonna go quick.
It's gonna go quick. Then you run payroll and it's $30,000 or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't. That's one thing. It's a proud feeling, but like you're like, damn, we just took out like this weekend. Like this upcoming weekend, along with June 20th this year is just ridiculous. And it's like, damn, like I'm paying out like 10, 20 grand to talent.
Yeah.
It's just
in
like
one day.
And it's like, holy shit. It's a cool feeling, but you're also like, if you don't manage that money beforehand, you're fucked. You are so fucked.
Yeah, because you guys are like the ones responsible to pay the team.
Yeah,
so you have to have that money somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if they paid a year ago.
And that happens too. Like so many times in getting busy, like I mean shit, and running like another job too, if you are like a multi-op or whatever, you're just kind of like just going. You're constantly fucking busy. So you're just like, oh no big deal. Or you see something new and you want it or whatever, and then you like, damn, you need to have like disciplined goals and like a true red line of like, do not go below this limit. Right? Like, do not like cover your bases. Like, obviously cover all your bills, but like, also part of those bills are your fucking people. That's it. So it's just wild though. Like to think about like nobody really trains you for any of that, and I think that goes for any business really. Like not just our business.
Well, I would love to. That's like one of the things that I would love to do is I remember when I first started this multi-app. I want to talk about you, like, and why you transitioned to multi-app as well. But for me, when I first started dabbling in it, I was YouTubing, I was Googling, and like, there's no information,
none
about like, there's information about equipment and sales and all that, but there's no information like, or like a player's guide, so to speak, of how should I start this? Like, you build an LLC and you get a bank account and you do this and you do that and you do all those things. But like that part of, thinking I'm doing great.
Oh yeah.
We have, at that point, this was a couple years ago, we had, almost 100 events booked for the year. And I'm like, hell yeah, we're crushing it.
Yeah.
And then they have my sale, like, I'm not talking about deflated, bro. It was lit on fire.
Yeah.
It was torched to the point where I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like
how we're working this much, but it's only this at the end of it all. Is that what you're saying? Or
well, no, like for me, it was, he goes, basically every event that you're doing for the rest of this year
is covering
the expenses.
Yeah.
You're not making $1. Like I wasn't going to make anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's not like I was blowing a bunch of money on gear or anything like that. It was just like, just the cycle of again, spending that retainer money as working capital.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a big thing too. And I never I don't know. I just never really thought about like a multi-app. I had a guy down in Florida. I'm sure you know of him or have seen him curate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool dude, just like through like social media interactions.
Yeah, Malik.
Whatever. Yeah. So, man, bro, talk about a dude that really goes on fleek. I mean, that dude, man, wow, he's bougie. Yeah. I like his style. I like his style, man. If he ever watches or if I ever meet him, I'm gonna tell him that, dude. I like. I don't know how he's making it work, but good for him. Because like, there's sometimes he's like, dude, we did 38 weddings this week, and I'm like, holy shit.
In a week?
In a weekend, like,
oh my
gosh.
Or
whatever, like 20 plus. It's like, Jesus, dude, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot. Anyways, like running like a multi-app was never like a dream or something I thought I was gonna do. I just knew I had a couple dudes that could do it. And it's like, my mindset was just, why don't we all just win? Yeah. Like, why don't we all just win? And I just remember having a lot of shitty bosses throughout, just growing up. And I remembered what I liked about the good ones and what I didn't like about the bad ones, and also what I liked about the bad ones. And I thought, all right, let me like combine this, and then let me be the guy that like, okay, people want to fucking work for them, and let's all fucking win together. But with that, you can't just go, hey, I'm gonna hire 10 people. It took time for me personally. It took time to like gather, like get the reputation first, hone it in, get it to where it's at, and then add to it. Like I wanted to like get a bunch of young guns and build,
Yeah.
but it just wasn't working out that way.
Mhm.
All the young guns or whatever that I was getting, they were really good like associates or they were good like assistants,
Mhm.
but they couldn't really have the chops to keep up with like the Jelliefish
Yeah.
DJing style. And then you end up getting people who are like, hey, they've tried it themselves, maybe it didn't work, whatever, but they want to join your team.
Mhm.
So that was cool. But I think, man, I tell you, the biggest fucking thing I think with like my personal multi-op that I learned from was don't have the gigs that I'm doing pay for the guys that I still owe.
Mhm.
Like you need to have that money before you like your money needs to be your money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like because that was pay Peter, or
Robbing Peter to
there
feed
you go.
Paul.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No offense again, Peter. Peanut butter Paul. But fuck, dude. I think that was like the biggest thing. Like you're doing like maybe like another 10, 15 weddings yourself just so you can pay your people.
Yeah.
But I will say on top of that, sometimes it's like part of the sacrifice. Like, hey, I got to work fucking 10 times harder just to build this thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people see the coolness of everything that we do, which is fucking cool. Like I'll never complain. I tell everybody, it's funny. I have all these like cool things I like to tell the peeps and get people like, motivated or whatever. The number one thing I always say is like, hey, there's worse ways to make money.
Mm-hmm.
We could be out roofing. We could be doing this. We can,
Yeah.
pavement. And listen, I've worked hard jobs and I've done shitty jobs and I've worked for
Yeah.
shitty people. So if I have a drunk or I have a horrible playlist or a venue that's a logistical nightmare and I can be picky about it and I can do
Yeah.
that. But dude, at the end of the day, fuck, there's worse ways to make money.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
always think about that of like, I'm literally getting paid to play music.
Yeah.
Like whether it's at a bar or a wedding,
Yeah.
anything. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
still work a normal job and it's not like a fun job.
Facts.
Like,
Facts. I had a guy one time do a casino gig for us. And he's like, man, it's fucking boring. Like, don't fucking tell me that.
mm-hmm.
You're making $300 tonight to be
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, are you kidding me? You're there for 3 hours.
There's people that don't make $300 in 8-hour shift.
Yeah, I've done jobs where I'm working 45 hours and I got $375.
Yeah.
8 to
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Not to be
That's
mean,
funny.
but it's the
true.
truth. You know?
It's true.
I've had these conversations with Shannon before, like where I'll quote an event and I'm like, I don't think I quoted it enough. Paul's only going to make $800.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like, bro, when it's so,
Yeah.
man, I love that you said that because I'll think that all the time. And I'll be like, man. And then you talk to like normal, right? And everybody's like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like $800? Where do I sign up?
$800.
$800 is still $800.
Yeah.
That's not my take home for a week.
Yeah.
And he's going to make it
serious?
in a day.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
But that is the downside is we can only make it like we're not making that Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Every day of the week. It's that's where the difference kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
When people are like, "Oh, well, you're making so much money in a day," and I'm like, "Yeah, but
Mm.
I can't make that same money on a Tuesday."
Nope.
Exactly.
It's, I mean, far and few in between. Like
Sure.
we talked about, that COVID summer of being able to do that on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or whatever. But like for the mass majority, it's not happening. Unless it's corporate events and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
corporate requires more equipment and like just
Yeah.
Sometimes more headache.
more headache.
I almost
Yeah.
feel like corporate's more of a headache.
It definitely can be.
Just a
I
personal.
don't know. I like that, like
Do you?
corporate stuff. Yeah.
See, there's a different mindset for it. You
Mhm.
know?
We do a good amount this year. We had so far for going into this, or actually, I'll take that back. Last year,
Mhm.
30% of our gross money was non weddings,
Oh, dude,
Mhm.
nice.
which was great. That's the highest it's ever been.
Dude, nice.
And I was like, wow, that's really cool. That includes school dances, which we do a decent amount of those.
Yeah.
But school dances and corporate and like the pool parties,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the other little things like that made up for 30% of the money,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. And I want to continue to grow that. Like I would love to get. I think weddings will always be our bread and butter,
Always.
but I think that if we could get to even like a 40%
Mm-hmm.
split, so that just means that we're, like you had mentioned earlier, doing different types of events
Mm-hmm.
just to like stay relevant and just to switch it up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not be stuck
Yeah.
doing all that.
And I will say there's a cool thing about that too, like with you doing, lose,
Mm-hmm.
and then us doing some random like gigs as well, like throughout the year, depending on what it is. There was one that we would have, and it would be like a Halloween party, and it was for a local venue, and just randomly, like one of their people, not gonna call them out, but like one of their people that works there, like is a hobby DJ, and then like they let them do the DJ party.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, it's their decision, but damn it, it was so cool because so many people locally like jellyfish. Oh, but they never experience it. And it was like one night for us to kind of like, where it's a both, like we weren't upcharging crazy. It wasn't like a huge profit for me. If anything, I was losing money because it'd be like Halloween weekend. Most likely we're doing weddings.
Yeah.
Right. But it was a cool time for me and a couple DJs to just fucking rip.
Yeah.
You know, and to really show the local community why, when you see the Jelliefish posts and you see the cool table setups or all the parties that we're doing, damn, we got to experience that. So it's cool to show that more doing other events. Like the 40%, that would be dope to do more often. You know, I would love to do more like big ass fucking parties. Like actually run a fucking like it would be cool to do an actual like party, like a Jelliefish, you know, bash or whatever, or like a Lux bash. Let's Lux this up, whatever. You know what I mean? That would be hot.
Even if it's like, you know, like once a quarter or twice a year or even once a year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm into that because it's just like, again, weddings are the bread and butter. Weddings are how we make a living for sure, but it's cool to get out there more to do other stuff. So the Captain Luke. So how long have you been DJing?
Almost 10 years.
Okay, shit. All right, on, dude.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So are you just new to Lux then?
When did I start? Like 3 years ago? Maybe 4 years ago?
I think it's your second year, isn't it?
No.
Third year?
I think it's fourth.
Well, goddamn,
No,
bro.
No?
It's like third.
I started right after COVID, right? I don't even remember. So maybe it's my
So it's just like
maybe it's my third time.
it was just like, you know, but light work at first.
Last
or
year,
something
so
like that.
you did, I think 3 years. So two years ago, you did a handful of things.
Yeah.
Last year was your first like real like actual like you had a
Okay.
lot of stuff.
It all buttons together. That makes
Scheduled.
sense. So yeah.
That makes
And then
sense.
this year it's like doubled what it
Yeah.
was last
Dude,
year.
but that's
Yeah.
just that's a growing thing.
Mhm.
like
yeah.
you have what, like 20 weddings this year or something?
Yeah, something like
Dude,
that.
nice.
Yeah.
Hey, nice, dude.
No, that's good for me. And I like that number though because I still enjoy playing at the bars.
Yeah.
Like that's like my favorite thing. To
Yeah.
do.
And it's kind of like, you know, what Logan was saying with his 26. Like, I want to be almost in the 30 range. Like, where I'm at right this year, I was telling everybody, like, yeah, we're down a little bit, you know, like, or whatever, compared to, like, that COVID fucking year, dude, or whatever. But, like, I'm also like, you know, this might be, like, a blessing in disguise because I've been wanting to, like, force myself to that number to begin with. So it's like, maybe this is a good thing. And maybe I'm going to, like, because I'm, like, looking at the calendar, like, oh, there's, like, actually, like a Saturday that I have off in the summer.
I can go live my life.
I'm gonna go to South Haven, go to Peanut Butter Paul, bro. We're gonna fucking let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so, like legit, and have a fun fucking night.
Yeah.
Dude. Which, by the way, I'm that DJ too. I won't come up to you. I fucking have fun. Or if I do come up to you, it's a fist bump.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, can you play this remix next? Or dude, I played that last weekend.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, I hate DJs that fucking do that, dude. Hey, can I rip for 10 minutes? No. You know, like, no, I'm there dancing or whatever, or hanging out with my friends, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you guys are, but if I go to like an actual like event where there's a DJ and he's a good DJ, you know, dude, I love it.
Oh, it
I
changes everything.
I never have, I don't know why it is, dude, but I never have this, oh, I would have done this. I would have done that. Dude, I'm just like, the fucking DJ rips.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like, because I feel like in our DJ industry, so many people are just trying to top everybody.
No.
And I hate it.
I think a lot of DJs have a problem giving somebody their flowers.
Why is that?
Like, I don't know.
That's weird.
I'd be the first to do it. Like,
Yeah,
Or, like
me
did you
too.
You see the comment that this dude left on my post from yesterday about the waveforms?
no.
I don't give a fuck what direction your waveforms go. You know, I don't.
you mean vertical or horizontal?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't,
that's
I don't
funny.
fucking care.
That's funny though.
At the end of the day, I don't give
I didn't
up.
see it. What is
I
it?
don't give up.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't give a rat's ass what direction your waveforms go. Like, I did the post because people love to share their opinion.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
point of the post was, so if you're Tony, if you're watching this,
Straight up called out.
yeah, fuck you. You're cool, but fuck you. I don't care which direction your waveforms go. I know your waveforms go horizontal because you're a baby back bitch and you freaked out about the post. But just saying, at the end of the day, I don't care. The whole point of that post was social media strategy.
Mhm.
People love to share their opinion, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm team vertical,
All day.
vertical fucking waveforms all day, right? And they're like, oh, well, if you use a DOS, then you know you're used to horizontal.
God.
No, yes and no,
God.
yes and no. I'm very well versed in Ableton, but I still want my waveforms vertical because I have a left deck and a right deck.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I have a left waveform
Yeah.
and my right waveform.
Totally
Yeah.
agree.
That's
Symmetry.
Symmetry, right?
Yep.
And that's just how I do it. But Yeah, what did he say? He goes, who cares which direction your waveforms go? This post is fucking stupid. I'm like,
I'm definitely
I
looking
think I
at
want to
this
look
later.
it up. I can look it up really quick.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I like to post certain things just to kind of like,
Yeah.
what's gonna react
Try
and
to
what's
stir it
not
up.
gonna react.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, blowing up.
No, you're good.
What did he say? Oh, right here. Right
You
here.
get a lot of good content out there.
Why does it fucking matter? This is a stupid post.
Holy shit, bro.
You know, dude, the best response is, "Hey, thanks, appreciate it."
Yeah.
I commented. I said, damn, bro, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. You must be a horizontal guy.
Oh, damn, horizontal sleeper. Shit, damn, I'm a side sleeper.
Wow.
That's funny, bro.
That's crazy. Do you know this guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, kind
Is
of
that Tony?
Yeah,
Is he
it's
trolling
Fuck
you?
Tony. No, I'm kidding.
Is he just trolling you?
I don't think so. I think he's legitimately.
He was mad.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
He's mad,
legitimately
dude. He's mad. I think when I see like certain DJ stuff, it's just me like doing like the Robert Downey Jr. gif, you know, just like, oh god. It's like
Yeah.
what, like another dude trying to tell me what song I should play, or another dude trying to tell me what microphone I should buy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the shit personally I get annoyed with.
Yeah.
Like everybody's trying to be a Spinelli, everybody's trying to be a Janai, or
Mhm.
what? That's just me. That's
Yeah.
just me personally. Like that's just my thing. And I think there's different routes to take. Like, hey, if you got something cool that you want to share and you think it's going to help, fuck yeah. But it's the people that repetitively do it over and over. It's like, yo, we're all watching Spinelli. We're all watching the East Coast guys that are ripping it over there, you know, and if you got some things that you've implemented from them that you've done over here and you're talking to like the Midwest area or whatever, like, hey, this is, you know, hell yeah, I'm for that too. But just like the people that are just like piggybacking off everything, it's almost like I fucking hate the YouTube videos when you just want to watch whatever's on the motherfucking YouTube video,
Yeah.
but it's somebody analyzing the YouTube video over like, I just want to watch the original fucking video. You know, that's just me. That's me. Maybe call me Unc. I'm getting older, but fuck, dude, like it just drives me nuts. So anyways, that's just me. That's my little rant for the night.
Yeah, no. Actually, Justin the DJ made a video.
There's a good example, but he does put out good content. He does put out good content. He does very well. He's a good DJ from what I can tell.
Justin has flipped his script drastically over the last year. He disappeared for a minute. And I think it was because he was kind of recollecting himself and like figuring out what direction do I want to go with this.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time he was exactly what you were just talking about, where he was reviewing the products and doing the stuff and talking to things, and brands are reaching out to him. And you get that, you know, I went down that road years ago.
Oh, really? No shit.
Yeah, where I had people, you know, reaching out to brands, reaching out, like doing reviews, doing all the stuff. If you look at a lot of my older videos, I was doing a lot of that stuff, and I was getting products sent for free. And then when Lux really started to grow, I had to back burner that because I wasn't making. I was making affiliate money, but I wasn't making like, it's not like they were paying me $10,000 to make a video, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I had to like back burner that and you know, focus on the business.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously a bunch of people, you know, blew by me. But hindsight, thinking about that, it was a blessing because I was reviewing and pushing and representing things that I don't use.
Yeah.
Like the Phoenix microphones and the you know, this the stuff that
you don't want to like you're it's almost like a guilty conscience.
Yeah.
Kind of. You know, in a way. Like that's how I thought about it too. Like 'cause I remember seeing like a Justin the DJ reviewing, or even Rick Webb. Yeah. Who's smart mofo, you know? And just watching his videos, you can tell he's like really nerdy and he really understands stuff that I'll never probably comprehend. But you know, he's like reviewing like a Mackie sub or whatever, and you just can tell you're not being real.
Yeah.
You're not
going to use this, bro.
No. Like, is this a good starter? Absolutely. Can you use this at certain whatever or in your warehouse? Sure. You know, but like, don't review this for someone trying to charge $3,000 weddings. Like, it's just it's not the right speaker for it.
Yeah.
You know?
And this might be, you know, a weird perspective, but when I talk about like starters, if I were to start over tomorrow, or if I were to tell somebody that was going to get into DJing, I would say, work your ass off, save up $10,000.
Oh my God, yeah.
That sounds like so much money, but it's not. Like, you can save that up. You can figure, even if it takes you a year, you know, save up $600-800 a month, whatever it is. Save that money. Save up $10,000. because what it's going to do for you is save you tens of thousands of dollars
in respending on new
Yes,
equipment.
because I did it. I
Me
went
too.
down that road with camera gear, with DJ gear, with
Same.
all the stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I bought so much shit that I ended up literally throwing in a dumpster
Yeah.
because it wasn't what I wanted. It worked at the moment, or maybe it didn't, and it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It's got it.
So-
It had its purpose for a minute or
Yeah.
two. You know.
You know, go save up 10 grand, go spend two G's on a Rev 7, a good controller.
Yeah.
Get some sort of good controller, Rev 7, you know, a Rain, whatever it is. Get yourself a good controller for $2 grand. Go buy, now you can get a good MacBook for a G.
Yeah.
Go buy a good
Yeah.
MacBook for a G. Go spend 4K on a good set of speakers.
Yep.
Go get yourself a gig bar or some sort of lighting, you know, something decent.
Bro, even just some wash lights.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like I mean,
That's all you need. It's
really,
clean, it's classy, it
Yeah.
just changes the color of the room.
literally. That's
Do
and it's
that.
easy. I mean, shit. Even the ones where you can just with the remote real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it still looks so much better. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like just with whatever. And
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Get a Humpter booth or
Oh, yeah.
something like that, or you know, a bun booth, or
There's even like good. There's still. I still believe in a good facade.
yeah,
I do. There's like the plushed ones. There's solid facades that look okay. I mean, DJ Bar
Yeah.
crushes it with a facade.
facade. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Now that's like way down when you have way more presentation going on with like his sparks and everything. But like, you know, you're 100% correct. I did the same thing. And it's funny because like every time I would buy some, oh, I got it. I don't need it anymore. You keep going, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, that if
The one
if-
thing I left out of that list was a good microphone.
yeah, and don't feel like you need the Rolls Royce right away though.
No.
But get a Buick.
Yeah.
You know, like get a good
Yeah.
Camry.
Spend $500-$600 on a mic. You
Yeah.
won't regret it. It'll
Yeah.
last you a long time.
Yeah.
You know, if you go out and spend $200-$300 on a microphone,
You're gonna
it's
regret
gonna
it.
cause you anxiety. It's gonna cause you high blood pressure.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like shit. It's gonna cut out. It's gonna have issues. And
That's going to be probably the one thing once you grow. And here's another thing too. I think a lot of people think they can cut it and then they don't, you know, or they don't find the right crew to cut it with, if that makes sense. So don't drop so much money until you know you're established.
right.
You know, like you want to make sure that like, hey, if I'm going to drop like eventually $2K on a wireless mic system, it's coming back easily, you know,
Right.
and then every fucking weekend I'm working, I'm never worrying about that microphone, which is
Yeah.
like the mics that we can use now. But at the same time, I did years of gigs with a solid $1,000 microphone
Yeah.
with no problems. But like, don't drop everything right away because that's something I was tempted to do so many times. And other times I would, like certain things, boom. Like at first I didn't believe in like doing uplights because the venue I was at, they never even dim their motherfucking lights. So I was like, okay, let me hold off on spending that, even though it's not the most expensive. Let me hold off on like buying uplights.
Yeah.
So you
The problem
got
with uplights, they're one of the hardest things to get your money back out of.
that is huge too. Like
Because nobody wants to spend more than like $300, $400, $500 on uplighting,
Nope.
and you go buy 24 uplights. If you buy
oh
name brand ones, that's
Oof.
10 grand.
oh yeah. Like the ones we run, dude, they're stupid expensive. We don't need to run those. I just personally like running them, you know. And we run some like China lights, you know, with some of our other events, and they work just fine. But that's one area for sure that you think you're going to get your money back. No, you don't. Like you don't. But like it does make you look a lot better. I
Yeah.
will say that. If the couple, if I could say like one thing I wish couples like understood outside of like just kind of let us cook would be uplights. They're
Yeah.
so much better. No, even with now the venues that don't dim them, like I see it now, like because that was my mindset. Oh man, these venues I'm at currently, like they're not even dimming the lights. It don't matter. When you have the right uplights, it's still cool as fuck. Like it's cool around.
How I pitch uplighting to couples is I say, what uplighting does is it takes the dance floor energy and transfers it throughout the entire space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does.
And that's what it does. That's really whether you're across the room at the bar, or you're by the bathroom, or
Yeah.
you're at grandma's table in the back corner, as far away from the dance floor as possible.
Yeah.
You know, wherever you're at, that dance floor energy is getting transitioned or transferred throughout the entire space.
Yeah.
You know, and then also ambiance lighting during dinner and all that. You
Oh
know?
my
So
god, yeah.
it can just take like I love like I do it for myself all the time where I'm just like on, off,
Yeah, no, right?
on,
And it's like,
off. Yeah.
you're like, what a difference. You
Yeah.
know?
It's so,
Sometimes I like doing it too, like just like, well, especially on a drop. If you're at a venue that really can like it really does make a huge difference where it's really like you're the only lighting at that time during dancing. And when you can go like everybody hands go up, black that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, like what a difference.
It's so sick.
It's so cool,
Yeah.
you know, and I wish couples could experience that before, because they're like, oh well, maybe. It's like, man, you have no idea how much of a difference. And really the biggest thing is, because I can say that, like, that's cool as fuck, but really you're right, Logan. Like, that is because when I go to walk around a couple times just to kind of get that behind the decks feeling out of my system, and you do see that, and then you understand why people come around and like, oh, that was such a great party, and you're like, in your head, you're like, it was good, but you're thinking also like, that wasn't really all that crazy that night.
Yeah.
But it's the ambiance. It's them seeing the lights. It's them seeing the fun, like, atmosphere.
One thing that I always try to do, and this is something that, you know, I think anybody listening to this could take this as a pro tip, is, you know, I always try to get I leave my booth and I go to the couple's head table.
Yeah.
And I stand back behind there and I get the perspective from what their view is going to be. So whether that's uplighting or the DJ lighting, or, you know, where my booth is, or where I look at other things too, like where the bar is located, where everything is at, where the photo booth is, you know, just get there. We're so dialed into what our view is.
Yeah.
So just to go get it from their perspective really quick. After I get everything set up, I'll go stand there for a second and be like, all right, this is where this is at. This is, you know, just getting the lay of the land almost from their perspective.
That's a good idea.
Oh, that uplight doesn't look right. I'm gonna move that. From my perspective, it looked great. From theirs, these two are too close together.
Totally.
You know,
it's like when we run tube lights. Yeah. So like when I was at Etray last night, it was it looks so clean, dead on. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. You just go a little bit to the side, man. These baby whoop. Yeah. It's just so funny, but you're just like, whatever. It's okay, you know. Like, you can't fix that necessarily, but it's just funny. Yeah. How do you like? I've been meaning to ask this, the blue dress setup.
Yeah, so
it's a tough venue. It's a real tough venue. No Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
you're in 3 different locations.
Yeah, it's not horrible. So what I did actually this last time, I did something different. So instead of moving speakers for cocktail hour, I ran 2 speakers for ceremony, and then I just wirelessly transmitted from one to the other.
Yeah,
and I turned that other speaker to face the cocktail space, so that when they're doing family photos, my ceremony speaker was now playing cocktail music.
Yep.
It was covering them so they could hear it.
Yep.
And then that other speaker, I turned it, pointed it towards the cocktail space so they could have that there.
Nice.
And then obviously reception was upstairs.
Yeah.
You know, I almost want to just, you know, talk to them and say, hey, I'll come in like on a Tuesday.
Run a cable.
And I'll come in on a Tuesday and I want to do a couple things. Yeah, that would be one.
Yeah.
Like somehow figure out a way to run a.
We just plug in like whatever we decide to bring or whatever,
or to drop a speaker in the back corner, because that's the one big thing is people are always like, I can't hear you, and I'm like, because you're a football field away from me, you know, and I can't fix that. And then also like the off center of the stage and the dance floor. The dance floor is not centered on the stage.
Nope.
And then the chandelier is not centered on anything.
Drives you nuts.
So you have the stage. So it's like
it's so bad.
It's like dance floor, stage, chandelier.
What? That's so weird.
Dude, Mill Creek's similar too. If like you look at my like table set up there, and there's like it looks like the Mortal Kombat hat, bro. Like just like over to the left.
Yeah.
It's like, why isn't this not like here?
Yeah.
You know, like what are we doing? You know, it's so funny.
Damn.
And it'd be so
same
easy.
Owners.
Same owners. It'd be so easy to fix.
Yeah.
So they're super nice, but yeah, the dance floor, you could shift it over pretty easily, and then the chandelier thing that hangs down, it's like this big floral circle.
Yeah,
you could easily, like, I can see where it's mounted. You could climb up there with a really tall ladder and just move it over.
Yeah,
and you could fix all of that.
Yeah,
because I center myself on the stage, but then like when I do my little walk up video, it's all.
I know.
Yeah,
it sucks.
That's weird.
It sucks.
My OCD goes.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. I do something very similar there, but like me having my radio background and sound, like it drives me nuts, and I'm like I just sometimes have to go, okay, not everybody's hearing it the way I'm hearing it.
Yeah,
but I do my best, and so like I'll run like I have like my brains of the operation, you know, like how you have like everything. So I have like a separate like brains that runs like everything, mixer, all that. So I'll run everything from there. I run a speaker out to, I call that like the castle area. Like it just kind of looks like a castle because it's all like rock area, whatever. So we run out there and we have that running, basically the sound from in there, but I can run it from the iPad from the Allen and Heath. So I can kind of run everything there. Run that. The wireless mic works perfectly for the officiant right down because you're up top. So no problems there. And then we run another wireless all the way down to that cocktail hour space.
Okay.
So when cocktail hour starts, I'll run like one of those Shores, like it's kind of meant for like video, but you can run it like transmitter, right? So I'll go like mix out of that speaker, and then I'll just go down there.
So you're not pushing it from your main system.
Nope.
You're daisy chaining. It's smart.
Yeah. So like literally, so I'll have still sound going in the reception area for like the workers still going. So if I make an announcement at like on the stage, it's going there and there.
outside.
Yeah. And then I take that cocktail hour speaker, we go up, and then I put it in the middle like of that area. And that usually is kind of like what we need. So, but man, I tell you, you don't have that shit when you first start. And when you go into some of these venues, you're just like, fuck. Because like some people are like, oh yeah, we had to wait for the DJ for like 10 minutes to move a speaker. It's like, yeah, no, we don't do that. But I get it. Some people don't have the equipment. You know, some people are starting out, you know, and it's tough. You can't just go, sometimes you can't go drop 10 grand, you know, and just get everything right at once.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and like that particular venue, like, well, actually, let's skip beat over to Mill Creek.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be there in a couple weeks.
Same thing.
I've already had like multiple conversations with this couple about the logistics and the sound and all the stuff and like how I'm going to have to do this and whatever to basically 2-3 full setups to make it work. And they want like their first dance. They're like, oh, we want it spotlit. I'm like,
Oof.
I can do pen spots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Bring
gonna
these bad boys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some pen spots.
Man,
and
they're not going to notice anything there.
like
They're not, because it's just the way, I didn't mean to cut you off like that. Just, I'm just thinking because I was just
How bright it
there.
is.
It's
Yeah.
already bright in those. They don't really have dimmers there.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're going to need those. You put a couple of your tube lights up.
Yeah.
It's going to do the same damn thing.
They want them. The groom is a video guy.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
gotcha.
he wants me to pen spot the cake, pen spot. They're paying for it.
Oh, for sure.
Pen spot the cake, pen spot the first dance, do all
Mhm.
that stuff because he wanted me to do like spotting it with like movers, and I'm like, bro, I can't set up movers
Yeah.
in the dinner space
And then back.
and then yeah,
Yeah, it's tough.
like that's just too much equipment to set up.
Yeah.
Way
you
too
don't
much.
and you don't want to pay for that. Like it's not worth your investment.
Overthinking.
Yeah.
Definitely overthinking that. But something
So-
like that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
that'll
run some pen spots on the dance floor. I'll pen spot the cake for them, and then once we get into the reception space for the open dancing,
Yeah.
we're doing CO2 and all that
Nice.
stuff in there. It's going to be really cool.
That'd be cool.
And we're doing a little moment where we're gonna they had a bunch of custom T-shirts and hats made.
Oh, I love that.
So I think he is going to toss out T-shirts and hats while she's blasting everybody with the CO2.
Heck yeah.
sick.
Heck yeah. Dude, I love the add-ons like that. Like we run like a package. My personal like package already includes that. That's like the one I came up with. A couple of our guys can run it, you know, but like mainly
I
it's
do the
kinda
same
like
thing.
mine.
I call it the low stacks experience.
Yeah.
So
We just kind of went with like the ultra, you know, which I fucking Catfish, God rest his soul, said, dude, you need to come up with a package ultra. And it was before the Apple Ultra even came out.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, God, this guy's brilliant. He's so fucking brilliant. Anyways, he was way ahead of the ultra
Yeah.
of everything. So, but yeah, like that's mine. But yeah, it has like the CO2, all the fun stuff. I'm also a huge fan of all like the anything in your hands.
Yeah.
Like, and
the
I'm
glow
not,
sticks, all that stuff.
I mean, the glow sticks are awesome and I'll never say no to them. But I love just even like, the big old like dogs and cats and just like, those
Yeah.
are so
the
fun.
fat head things.
Yeah, those are so cool. Or like the, it's like the old school like movie theater style, like what's playing at what time, and it shows like Mr. and Mrs. or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, those are
Going
so
there.
fun to keep on.
The marquee sign. Yeah.
Oh, right there, perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, dude, I love that. So, anyways, if you can get those, or whoever your company has those already, definitely consider those because that
Mhm.
keeps people on the dance floor.
Yeah.
It's probably like our biggest thing. We're always trying to, I don't know if you guys deal with this, but like I know one thing I'm always trying to like tell people that maybe they're not working with the like other vendors that we're used to. So we kind of have to implement a little bit more like, hey, we have a goal to keep everybody on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
The more distractions we have, the worst we're going to have
Yep.
of a party experience.
Oh,
So,
for sure. We always talk about this of keeping the couple on the dance floor.
yeah.
Like, people want to be where you're at. It's
Prime
like, if
example.
you're outside, like people are gonna go outside and see you.
Totally. And it sounds so simple, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like last night, my wedding, this is one too. And I know, here's the thing. I would love to do this if I'm attending a wedding or whatever and they have a cigar bar. Fuck yeah, I'm going to go to the cigars.
Yeah.
It's dope. It's cool. But don't do it like during dancing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like the bride and groom last night.
Do you guys need refills?
I do.
I'll take one.
Pineapple.
You keep talking.
Okay. So God bless. So bride and groom, obviously, and the photographers, videographers were there till like 11 o'clock. So they're getting footage. But what sucked, selfishly, but also for their own party, dude, that really sucked. Not having them there for like an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Like a straight hour.
So they did cigars during open dancing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
And it takes 45 minutes to smoke a big cigar.
I mean, yeah.
If not an hour.
I mean, like, come on. So I'm always like, hey, cigars should be like cocktail hour or cocktail hour, like a little bit of dinner. Or if you're going to do like, you want to do like middle of dinner, start opening it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then let it breathe a little bit. Like do like the first, like from there and into the first 45 minutes of dancing.
Yeah.
And then cut it. Like if we're doing like up till 10 o'clock, like, dude, no bullshit. We didn't see them for like 9:15, 9:20 to like 10:20.
Damn.
Bro, it sucks. Dude, it sucks so bad. We're like, what? I'm like, at first we're like, did they leave? I'm like, dude, they got a sparkler send off. They can't fucking leave, right? Or then I'm thinking, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
Somebody gets sick, or whatever, which happens. And then one of my assistants goes, he does a run around. Oh, they're all out smoking cigars.
Oh my God.
God, man, what are we doing?
Yeah. It's just a giant distraction from like what they're there for. It's like a party or what we're there for.
Totally.
To like throw a party.
It's cool to have things. Thanks, bud. It's cool to have things like to do for everybody. But to have so many things to distract from the party.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to have the photo booth. It's one thing to have like an artist or desserts, late night snack.
Yeah.
Dude, it's another thing to fully have something that's out, something at Mill Creek. You like, hey, the fire, tell everybody the fire's going. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Nope.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get right on it. Absolutely not. Kumbaya is later. We're partying. You know what I'm saying? Like marshmallows and shit. We can do that any fucking time. I have an hour and a half left with these people.
Yeah.
And they spend a lot of good money on us, dude. Like, fire's going. They'll see it. They'll smell it. If they want to go to it, they'll go to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I missed while I was gone, but that's one of my biggest pet peeves is things that draw people away from the entertainment.
Yeah.
I don't think it depends. So photo booths, I feel different ways about.
I like them.
I love photo booths as long as once open dancing starts, they're semi close.
It has to. Yeah. If it's in another room, fuck that.
No, if you can centralize things, like I always ask for a copy of the floor plan as early as possible.
Yep.
And I say send it to me while it's still tweakable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting to send out like a overall timeline, like really quick. Like after they sign up with us, hey, here's a general timeline that's most recommended. We can get more detailed with it, but this is like a general timeline. And we're starting to come up with a floor plan. Like even though every venue's different, it's just like showing the people, no old people in front of speakers.
Yeah.
Just like little things like that. And even though sometimes it's in one ear and out the other, or they just see it as another email or text, it's like at least we're trying.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No, you didn't at all. The whole point of this is be as conversational as possible.
I have a problem with that because in radio, so I can talk about this shit all. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
If we talk to my dad, he would say, "Tell Paul to stop saying yeah, yeah."
I'm fucking dead. You have a really good voice, by the way.
He does.
You have a really good voice.
Thank you. I like to just like agree with what people are saying if I agree with it. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way. It's something that I learned in radio when I was taking a phone call. It was constantly like, I was saying it way more than you, by the way, way more. And it was like, fuck, I miss what they said. And when I went to go play it over the radio, it wasn't as cool as what I was hearing. So it's like one of the biggest things. My father's that. My father interrupts everybody. And I love him to death, but he just always is interrupting everybody. And I was like, oh my God, I'm becoming my father. And thank God. And I love that. And that's a really good thing. But at the same time, it's also like, fuck. So in radio, that really helped me like, okay, step back. But there is something general. People do like hearing an Yeah. Seriously, they really do because
you feel acknowledged.
Totally.
That's all it is.
That's all what it is. Totally. So Sorry, Dad.
No,
I like peanut butter, Paul.
Yeah, fuck you, diesel Dan.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Oh my god, that's funny. But no, you have a good voice.
Thank you.
And I bring that up just because I remember in radio, like the focus groups and the bosses and all that, they were like, "Oh, well, you really don't have a radio voice." And I'm like,
I totally think you do.
I think you definitely do.
you know what's
Definitely
people tell me that my contact's bugging out, by the way. So if it's like popping out of my eye, I apologize. But anyways, it seriously feels like it's popping the fuck out.
I want to get pulled over on the way home. That's what you can tell.
It wasn't the long drink. I swear it was my contact. Yeah, I swear to God, they were like, yeah, you really don't have like a rock voice and you really have like a poppy voice. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are over fucking thinking this. You know, and then it's funny because I'll do like announcements.
What do they want? A strip club voice for a rock station or what?
God, it's so dumb. Like, so do I have like one of the guys that was one of my bosses really, I mean, do the church bells on this guy. You know, like some people have that natural, hey, this is news center, da 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 da. You know, that wasn't me, but I never tried to be that. Just, I was always taught be yourself.
Yeah.
And that was it. So it's funny when I hear people or at the end of the night, like bride and groom, like, holy shit, your fucking voice. Whoa. And I'm like, you know, fuck those managers, you know, fuck those focus groups. Yeah, dude. So that's why if I, you know, hear good voices or just even, people even with bad, like there's a guy I listen to out of Detroit radio. He's got a nasally voice, but his content is fire.
Yeah.
I'll listen to him all day over somebody with a quote unquote better voice because his content, his interaction, the way he speaks, the way he's analyzing the games, so much fucking better. So it's really about content more than anything. So
totally.
Didn't you? Because I remember one of the first times I heard about you during COVID. Who do we know in common?
Brent Tortorella.
That's right, Brent. Yeah. So Brent, love that guy. Shout out Brent. You get my car detailed. He's awesome.
He's doing. We just bought a Navigator. He's doing it on June 22nd.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, dude. He's like, hey man, you need something? I'm like, oh, not this week, but maybe next week. Oh, I'm full. Fuck. Good for him though. He's killing it. So I remember first hearing about you was like during COVID, and I was like with him, and then I researched a couple of your videos, and you were so open and honest at first about like being on the mic, and it was like tough for you at first. I never would have could have thought that because you do sound good too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Definitely tough for me at first.
Was it?
Yeah.
What was like your hardest part, you think?
I think it was just never doing it before a wedding. Like even at the bars and stuff, I was never on the mic.
Yeah, I don't like to do a whole lot of. I'm so simple sometimes on the microphone because that's the first thing they teach you in radio. Take the first fucking exit.
Oh, okay.
First exit.
Really?
Yeah, don't like that. I do think a lot of DJs talk too much.
There is a limit for sure. You can be too much.
Way too much. Yeah. So like at the bar, one of my guys, shout out Hunter, love him to death. There's sometimes I'm like, dude, fucking just let the mix be the mix.
Absolutely.
You know, let the mix be the mix.
I still think at the bar, you don't really need to be on the mic.
Yeah.
It's fun to hype the crowd up and stuff at the right time though.
Yeah. Dude, and he'll do a good job of shouting out people that he knows and they feel special. And it's cool. Like that is cool. I get it. But dude, when we're going into a popular hook or I'm doing this drop, we do not need to fuck with it.
And also people don't want to hear you rapping over songs.
Right.
You're not a rapper or a singer.
No.
Just, you could be put your hands up or whatever.
I think the funniest one was when were you with us? I can't remember if you were there that year or not, but we're walking into Sophie and Brian's DJing and he sees obviously he just saw my big ass from across the room. And he gets on the mic and he goes, "Yo, everybody, my rich friend Low Stacks is in the building."
He did that at library too.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He's good. I think VJ's good on the mic.
He's so funny.
But that's cool. That's there's a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll get on we did over the winter we had a local bar. It was popping, and I remember showing one of my guys. I'm like, this is all it takes, literally. Yep. And everybody's fucking ripped, you know. I was like, are we having fucking fun tonight? You know, just whoa,
Yep.
Done.
Eruption.
Done. Yeah. That's all it takes, man. Some of the long-winded shit you just do not need.
Yeah.
At all.
I think at Lou's on last Sunday, we got on the mic. I mean, me and Kane never pull out the mic, bro. So we were turned up for sure. But I forgot I had a mic in my bag. I just pulled it out. I was like, I held it up.
Got it.
Run it. Let's go.
That's so funny.
And yeah, we didn't go crazy on it or anything.
But
it was just Captain Lou's 2026. Let's fucking go.
Dude, that's
people
all.
Went crazy.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Seriously, sometimes the most minimal thing, and everybody's just woo. You know,
Yeah.
I call it setting the tone.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I do. What I do at the beginning of a wedding to hype up. Well, first I talk to the the wedding party out in the hallway. And
Yeah,
like, let
for
them
sure.
know, hey, you're setting the tone, blah, 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 all that stuff. But then I go out and I acknowledge everyone in the room. You know, just take a moment just to say, hey, welcome to the wedding celebration of blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Welcome to the venue. And then just remind them, hey, what you're here for this specific reason.
Yeah.
And I need you to show up for these people.
Mhm.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And the amount of compliments I get from guests about that particular little portion blows my mind.
It's awesome.
You know, and it's like I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just acknowledging that this is where we are. This is why we're here. This is what you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I'm doing. Those three
Totally.
things. And what's wild about it is I didn't start doing that until probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Prior to that, I'd stand behind the booth and I would just say, all right, folks, everybody find your seats. We're going to be introducing our wedding party, starting with our bridesmaids and groomsmen. Press play.
Yep.
First up, we have Steve and Sally, and then we have
Mhm.
Tom and Stacy, and then, now we have Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson or whatever.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And that's how I did it forever and ever and ever.
And you know-
that's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet you got a lot of compliments still.
That was fine,
Mhm.
but it wasn't different. It wasn't. I don't even think what I do is not. I wouldn't call it over the top.
Sure.
It's engaging.
Yeah.
Is what it is. That's the difference. It's engaging.
I think it goes back to what you first said too, setting the tone.
Yeah.
And I also think there's something to just like the whole bar thing as well. Like there is it's gotta sound natural too.
Yeah.
You know, the dudes on the mic, you know, hey, you know, what's up? Shut up.
Yeah.
You know, like just be yourself, be authentic. You know, I'm one of those guys that like I'll get the crowd going. I'm not necessarily out there personally. That's just me, but you can still set a tone. You could still say, "Hey, everybody, can you hear me?"
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I guess not. Hold on, you know,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
something.
Well,
you
when
know?
I start talking, you know, I'll say, "Good evening,"
Perfect.
or "Welcome,"
Yeah.
or you know, whatever it is. And if they're still chatting, I'm like, "You guys hear me in the back?"
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a simple clap.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one. I had a true like Hawaiian wedding last year. It was actually at Etche Farms, and they went through. It was another beautiful, not like you know the Indian Hindu, but like it was beautiful how they went through like what aloha really stood for. So it was kind of cool. I was like, oh, just remember that. So like when I went to go, I was like, hey everybody, we're getting ready for the wedding intros. Can you hear me? Okay. And then like nobody said it. I'm like, all right, if everybody can hear me, say aloha. And everybody's like, aloha. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, one more time. Aloha. You know, do boom.
Yeah.
Then you got their attention.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be like, welcome to this beautiful venue at Etche. I don't know. That's just me.
Mhm.
That's just me personally. Like, I don't need, everybody knows it's fucking beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
hey, welcome. Like, or some of the DJs will be like, hey, coming back from Bob Seger, old time
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Now it's September. Like, what? You're not on the radio, dude. Fucking just play the song.
Yeah.
So I'm like that. Like, that's just personally. But a little
That's
different,
funny.
like when you can say, like, hey, we're Captain Lou's 2026. That's different.
Yeah.
That's totally different. But like when you're at like, I don't know. I think everybody, like, as long as you're comfortable and it sounds natural, people are going to respond.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has their like own flavor on it.
Yo.
To me, I think people, especially nowadays, I think people can read fake so much. You know, I think anybody can even just go to a website. They can go to maybe even the reviews and kind of go, yeah, that doesn't seem so genuine. Or that's just kind of like a copy paste ChatGPT type
Totally.
thing.
Yeah.
You know, so but like if you're genuine on the mic, that's gonna go. Whether you're out there really explaining things because you have to, or you feel more comfortable to, or you're a little bit more like toned back. I think either way is good, but you do have to set the tone either way, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No,
Totally.
100%. Yeah, and like even with that too, and one thing that we haven't covered yet is the fact that Paul actually mentioned this, before you got here. Are there a competition? Yeah, no,
I don't think so.
No, and what I like to talk about is community over competition.
Mhm.
There's more than enough weddings to go around. We've fielded weddings for you. You've helped me out with stuff like we've
Always will.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like it's not that game. That's
I love, dude, when you just sent me that text the other week and I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, and when we first like linked up, like truly, like not just over like text or social, it was like immediately understood. Like, okay, yeah, this is cool. And to me, it feels better because I can I can truly send somebody your guys' way, or I can rely on somebody to fill in a pinch or whatever. And I know I'm not stressing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I'm not trying to grab from the barrel. You know, I'm grabbing from, you know, the high class end, you know, and that's so reassuring. And I'd rather have that than competition. Like, to me, dude, especially we're so fortunate where we're at, where there is so much like available from all ends.
They jokingly call our market the Hamptons of Chicago. You know,
It's funny. It's true.
Yeah, it is.
It is true.
You know, and we're a little farther north than you, so we pull from Detroit, Grand Rapids, whatever. You know, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, obviously we do a good amount down your way too, and it's just it's just it's not a.
I think what I like hearing is like when I do gigs maybe in GR or around here. I think I love hearing like, you know, the Lux experience. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, we love Logan. Or they're awesome. That's reassuring. You know, like I had a guy one time in Indiana who now like works for me on occasion. And he was like, he did a gig for me one time a couple years ago. And he was like, man, dude, every time I come to Michigan, it's fucking DJ Shawn. Oh, you know Shawn, Jelliefish. He goes, man, I'm going to be DJ Blowfish every time I come into fucking me. You know, it's so fucking funny, dude. It was so funny. I was like, fuck yeah, we should start that. DJ Blowfish, dude, is a starter DJ company or something, dude. It's funny, man.
That would be fun.
It was so funny, bro. So anyway, it was just cool, though. Like, I like hearing that. Like, I don't take that as a, you know, if I'm like in, you know, KZoo or whatever, oh yeah, we know Lux, dude, or we know Logan. Like, oh, those guys rip. Fuck yeah. Because unfortunately, in our line of work, there's so many bad ones.
Yeah.
So it's really reassuring to have good ones.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt too. Like I've really never felt competition. The only time I've ever kind of felt competition when I knew they're fake.
Yeah.
You know, even though they're not competition, I've almost just been like, man, fuck those.
And
but like if they're good.
Yeah. Like you were saying, it's not really competition. It's more of like, why did you book them? Because you'd have such a better experience with us.
Facts.
Like
facts. You know, like I know this, and I think you've said this to me before too. Like if somebody I know that like booked you guys, I know they're taken care of, and that feels good. Yeah. Like truly, that feels good. That's no bullshit. That's no nothing. Because either we'll get booked, or I'm gonna enjoy a night off, and I'm gonna see him at Captain Lou's, you know, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like hang out with a girl, or shoot. You know, like that's just kind of how it goes. And I think when you grow, I think the first like evolution of like any business owner is to try to crush everybody. And I never had that mindset. I was just like, hey, why don't we just all fucking win? Right? Why don't we all fucking win? I knew we couldn't do like all one-stop shop type thing. Like that's the goal of everybody. But like that's just in our line of work, it's tough.
When you first start though, that's what you want. You have this envisioning in your mind. I want to be able to do everything. I everything that comes through the door. I'm booking 100% of the leads that come through the door.
Bro, I did a McDonald's gig.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Fuck yeah, dude. Oh yeah, bro. I was like, come on, the Hamburglar, let's go. Yeah, like, you know, it's crazy.
It's true. Like you do that type of stuff. Like I booked or didn't book. I quoted the Raising Cane's grand opening this year.
That's
really
cool.
And I quoted it and I gave them an honest quote.
Yeah, sure.
For what they were asking for, I needed a canopy. I was going to have to bring a generator. I was going to do all these things. So I quoted it like normal, and the girl goes, "Oh my God, you're like $3,000 higher than whatever." I'm going to say, "Well, you want me to DJ from 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m.
Shit,
what? Bring a generator and a canopy, and like
provide outside sound or weather elements.
It's a 12-person, a 12-hour event.
Yeah."
Like, that's not a one-person job.
No.
Like we're not doing a rotation of DJs.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, when we did our grand opening and blah, 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 they only charged us, it was like $1,200 or something. And I was like, well, they didn't make any money.
No, none, dude.
Yeah.
I actually booked, it was like my second year of Jelliefish. And you know what's funny too, and I'm sure like you guys could both like attest to this. First year Jelliefish, I was told I was expensive. 8th year Jelliefish, I'm expensive.
Yeah.
and dude, the price is drastically different.
Yeah.
You know, because the experience has gone up and in the effects and everything. But I remember like second year of Jelliefish, I remember going to the movies with my father, and I get this email, and it was a former bride who was like one of the main people at Amazon in Indiana. And like, hey, we're trying to do like a moral, like hype for our employees. We need a DJ service for like fucking 15 hours.
Dang.
And it was like the next morning, like at fucking 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. to get there. and then to DJ till like 1 in the afternoon, and then have a break, but then come back 4 o'clock till like 2 in the morning.
Dang.
It's wild, dude. Yeah, I was like, hey, last minute, I can be there, but I mean, it's gonna be like, $3,800, and I felt really cheap doing that, but at the same time, I was like, former bride, I kind of want this money,
Yeah.
da 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 da, bro. No questions asked. Done. And it's funny, like the next year it was even more. Like it was just like multiple. Cool though, like people don't like that. Like it's just wild when you go to like do some of those like corporate events too.
When they appreciate it, it's different.
Totally.
Yeah. Sometimes the corporate stuff, they're like, oh wow, and then you're like, okay, wasn't for me anyway.
Yeah.
I used to be like, damn it, I overquoted that. I get like bummed out about it, but now I'm just like, nah, whatever.
Hey, it is what it is, and
Right.
that's the luxury that you built.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but
Yeah.
seriously, like legit though, like that's which is cool because like how long has Lux been going for?
2019 was the
Dude, good for you. Yeah, I was like 2018.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been DJing for 18 years, but I started Lux. The LLC was actually, I think it was actually 2020.
Yeah.
But like the brand got started in 2019, and then I applied for the LLC and did all that stuff.
Yeah,
But
it's exciting, man. Good
Yeah.
for you too, man. Like that's cool. Like no bullshit. Like people were like, oh yeah, no, he would love all the gigs. I mean, honestly, not really. Unless I could fucking like, clone myself like by 30. Sure, I could do. Dude, if I could clone myself by 30, I could only work June 20th this year, and then for the next 5 years, I'd be good. We had like 180 inquiries for June 20th, bro.
What?
Oh, swear to God, we have like 7 weddings that day.
Dang.
I swear to God. And it's just like, what the fuck? And then I had at least another, I'm not even joking, like another 40 that desperately wanted to book us.
that's
Like,
wild.
it's like, damn it. Just
What?
one fucking day. And I know it's because of the date. It's
Yeah.
2026. But it's like, really? Just a date? And then we only have one the day before, like the Friday. It's like, man,
Yeah.
nobody wants to fucking book the 19th, dude. Like, come on, man. Be different.
Dang.
I think Friday weddings are more fun.
Yeah.
They can be because they happen a couple different ways. I think that if it's a local wedding, they're not as fun. If they're people coming into town,
Yeah.
way more fun.
I'm with you.
because they took the whole day off.
Yep.
If they took the day off and then they know that they have Saturday off as well, they're going to go exponentially harder
Mm-hmm.
on
I'm
a
with you.
Friday.
Yeah.
There's some I didn't even think about that just until now. If it is like a local wedding and it's a Friday, they probably didn't get the chance to decompress. I didn't even think about that up until
They
Yeah.
took a half day or
Yeah.
did whatever. They, did,
Or
they
they
didn't
just
take the
got
whole
off
day off.
work.
Or they,
Yeah.
yeah, they came right after work.
they were fucking rushing, to get there, and they literally didn't. I just thought of that. That's so true, Logan.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Because normally I'm like, hell yeah, but you're right. Like the normal, like 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever.
Yeah,
they
bro.
didn't get the chance to decompress. Wow.
It's the psychology of events. It's it's wild.
I think
All those little things make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't you agree that you like wish more and more people, because like every DJ can flex, my couples listen to me or whatever, like all my parties are ragers, bullshit, like whatever.
Mhm.
We've all been there with an empty dance floor, like
Yeah.
it just happens. But like it's so funny they'll invest in you, they follow you, they obsess with you, they like literally are really excited to have you, but then like sometimes come month of, week of, even they change a bunch of shit and you're like, whoa,
What are you doing?
yeah, it's so
We talked about this.
it's so
Yeah.
it's like the most frustrating thing when they'll trust.
Well, my planner said that, or my photographer said, or the venue said, or
Yeah.
and I'm like, no.
Just nailed it.
Let's go back to our very first conversation, ma'am. And I told you we are super, super, super consultative in our planning process.
Yeah.
We want to help you make your event as successful as possible. So please listen.
Yep.
And when I say listen, I mean do what we tell you to do.
Yeah.
Because
Right
what
now.
we say is right.
And we know it's tried and true. Like
Yeah.
these people that are booking or getting married, like this is their one time doing this. Like we do this every weekend.
Yeah.
Like you might have an idea that you think will work. We've seen it not work.
Right.
So
We've seen all the different variations of what you're trying to do, and
Mhm.
we've seen what works and what doesn't work.
yeah.
Actually, so Kane stopped by today, and we're talking about his wedding from last night, and he said that he on a whim did like not on a whim, he planned it out, but they wanted to do the anniversary dance, but they were worried about they didn't want to do the traditional way.
Yeah.
And they talked about the reverse way and blah blah blah.
God, I hate that
And-
thing. Personal.
I-
vendetta.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Personal vendetta. I
So
hate
what
that thing.
he did though was freaking clutch, dude. So what he did still the traditional anniversary dance, but as he went out there, explained, "Hey, I need you guys to participate. I need you guys to get out there." So I've never thought about doing it that way. I've always just done it from behind the booth. He got out on the dance floor, told them, "Hey, we're going to be opening the dance floor up tonight with the anniversary dance. I'm going to be counting, up in years. If you're married, please participate. Join us on the dance floor." Or I think he did the other way. He did, however he did it, he ended up like counting down and got down to 65 years. And that couple was on the center of the dance floor. But what he did, though, is as he kicked people off the dance floor, instead of kicking them off, he made them stay on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So make a big circle.
Yep.
I like that.
And he's like, "Bro, I was literally running around with the mic. Like, people are trying to like leave and go to their seats. I'm like, no. Like,
Man.
he's like literally holding them in.
Good
like,
for him.
Wrangling.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And he goes, "Dude, we had the last couple was 65 years. I went out there and I said, if any piece of advice you would give this couple, to make it to 65 years of marriage," he says, "Yes, dear."
Perfect.
And everyone just erupts.
Hell yeah.
And then so Kane had an assistant with him. The freaking drops. What did he say? "Let's get it started," or like it was a Black Eyed Peas song.
Yeah.
Sure.
Drops, and then run in, and and then
That's
everybody
sick.
just jumps back on the dance floor. He goes,
Man.
I started the dance floor with fucking 50 people. Like
That's
it was
perfect.
like, I'm like, dude, that's killer.
I like that.
And he came up with that like on the fly, basically.
It takes a very intuitive personality, like strong, I'm going to make this fucking happen person to do that too. It's easy to stay behind the decks. That takes, dude, that's awesome because that is Kane looking out for the party.
Right.
That's Kane thinking about the party first. Don't like ever take the lazy way out.
Well, that's what he said. He said like in our final consultation, they left like in Vibo. We use Vibo for like our planning stuff.
Yeah.
And he said in Vibo, they left the anniversary dance like blank. So in our consultation, when we got to that, I said, he says, "You do not want to do the anniversary dance." And they're like, "Well, I think we kind of do, but we've seen it done and it just doesn't, it always falls kind of flat." Right?
Yeah.
So that's when he was like, "Hey, let me pitch." He pitched him on this idea, and he goes, "Bro, it went off flawless."
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
that's going to be his new.
That's sick.
His new.
That is, and that's different. And you know what? Photographers will notice that. Videographers will notice like him kind of being out there, like making sure they're not fucking leaving, like that's because that's the biggest thing why I say like, oh, I hate it. Cause like you're giving an excuse, anything that you're giving an excuse for people to leave the dance floor, let's not do it.
Right.
But there is a way to do it if you want to do it. And that is definitely one way to crush it.
Totally.
Man, good on him.
Yeah.
That's badass. Good on him. That's a good story. I like that. Is there something that either of you have done that like you can almost take pride in? Like, hey, not a lot of people do it that way. But like you like crush it in that manner, if that makes sense. There's no like
something like starting the dance floor wise. I like doing a group picture beforehand.
It's fun.
Like that gets everyone out on the dance floor. I do it like right in front of the booth.
Yeah.
Usually have like the photographer stand on a chair like behind the booth. And,
Yep.
like, get a big picture. But then I can just get on the mic, get hype real quick, and just drop right into a song.
Totally.
And just hopefully the majority will stay.
That's something at Mill Creek for sure. Because usually, and here's another thing that's cool. Like that's an unfortunate at Trey. We'll do intros up top, like or the wedding party comes out downstairs. Bride and groom come up upstairs. We shoot the sparks up. It's cool. And they come down the stairs. But then we go all into the parent dances because they just knock it off.
Yeah.
So when we go to kick off dancing, it's just the bride and groom like doing a message at the stairs. Hey, come join us. So it's like a gradual come on up.
Yeah.
And then it's like a easily 10
Slow
to 15
build.
minutes exactly, which sucks. Like
It
it just
does.
sucks. So at Mill Creek, they do it right. If they do the first dance, like with the spot, like in the other room, they usually will do the parent dance, or they tell them parent dances need to be in the other room. So at least you're like,
Something to pull people into their space.
yeah. So like anytime like you're in another room, like God, we got to have something to pull them in, whether it's a photo,
Yeah.
parent dances or something, just to get them over there. Not just, hey, let's party, because nobody's going to come to the dance floor until it's going to be that gradual, which sucks, dude. Like there's always, I was always trying to think of like who or what else could we do outside of those norms to like kick off the party properly.
Yeah.
Outside of like the anniversary dance, a photo, like is there anything else? And I can't think of a whole lot.
I can't either. And I think one thing that I don't think I know one thing that we run into in Michigan that sucks is Michigan summers.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
they don't suck; they're amazing.
They're just beautiful.
But
That's the problem.
we have
Yeah.
such long winters and such short summers that
Yeah.
we're constantly competing with yard games and fire pits and just good weather.
yeah.
You could have no fire pit, no yard games, no nothing, and people are still going to go outside because it's so nice out.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, so I had a cane. You know what? Speaking of, I had a cane moment then, kind of at the Hindu wedding. It was that Saturday night or that Sunday night, and they were running behind on everything, and everybody was outside playing bags. Beautiful night.
Yep.
Obviously, I'd be out there, right? I went to the coordinator. I said, "Hey, do me a solid because a mic is just not going to do it. I need help. Like, get these people back in for the dances because we wanted to do we still had to do the father, daughter, mother, son dance." I'm like, if I just make an announcement or do a couple things, like nobody's coming back in. Like, we got to force them back in. God bless her. She did. She forced them all back. She was like, man, I got so many bad looks. But man, we got everything back in that room. Bro, we partied hard for the first hour. It was electric. And it's like, okay, we got it. Sometimes like DJs need to take mad initiative or ask help, from that coordinator. Hey, I need to kick off this party right for how they deserve and what they need. We need to do it this way. Like that was like one for sure. Like if everybody's outside, like smoking cigars or whatever, you're like, fuck, no one's going to dance.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. Sometimes we're put in the most inopportune situation when they rely on us for the most opportune and they trusted us up until the day of or the week of. And that's probably the most frustrating thing I think I deal with.
I had one Labor Day weekend last year. You were talking about cigars where I think it was like 9:30. They were like, hey, I need you to make an announcement that there's a cigar and espresso martini bar outside on the patio.
No?
And I was like,
nope.
We're done at 11. It's 9:30. And you want me to tell people to go outside to smoke cigars and drink espresso martinis?
Yeah.
Okay. And the sun is setting over Lake Michigan because we're in Ludington.
No.
Oh, perfect. That sounds
Perfect.
fabulous. You want to I might as well just shoot myself.
I'll just play jazz music.
Yeah.
Set the vibe.
Because
let me just play some Dean Martin too.
Yeah.
guess what's outside? Cigars, espresso martinis, and a beautiful sunset over Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Yep. I get it, but I'm not talking about it. You know what I mean? Like it's tough.
Yeah.
And I know why they're trying. And I do. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm Irish, dude. You'll never have to tell me twice.
Yes, sir.
Understand why they want us to make the announcement because they've never been in our situation. But I wish we could bring more awareness, which is why this shit's cool.
Yeah.
Why this stuff's cool.
Yeah.
You can blog about it all you want, or you can talk about it with them or Zoom with them. It doesn't resonate. And I feel like doing things like this helps.
Yeah, man, I try to obviously this is a passion project for myself and Paul. And, it really kind of started with, I don't even remember. To be honest with you, I don't even know how it started.
Yeah,
I think I was just like, hey, Paul, do you want to start a podcast?
That was basically how it went, yeah.
I fucking wanted to do one a couple of years ago and almost launched. I even had the name, the poster that I was going to call the Jellycast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was gonna, and then it's like, with anything, fuck, get busy, get lazy.
Well, for me, it was I want to put something else on my plate.
Yeah.
I was like, my plate's not full enough.
Bro, you shitting me, bro. This dude over here, good lord, man, he's probably running a marathon in an hour or something,
But the Sundays worked out really well, and I think at first it was, we were just like, we have to do it every week, whatever day it is. Then we locked in on Sundays, and then we have been really good about doing
consistent.
I mean, last week was out, but like you said, Memorial Day, I was booked on
just
Sunday,
like Labor Day weekend probably will be another, and stuff.
Yeah, and actually the weekend of June 14th, I have a wedding that Sunday, that week of this. So we'll have to miss that week, but
or you just record too.
Yeah, or just record on a different day. And that's one thing that I actually mentioning that. That's one thing that I don't want to do. So I feel like so many podcasts, they do bulk recording.
Yeah.
And
good point.
Which is fine. It's okay. But I feel like if we bulk recorded, if I was to walk over and stop recording, it would be basically for the sake of, we're just gonna to restart or whatever.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. You know what? And working in radio, having to do that becomes tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't tell you how many times, for 4 to 5 different stations, because I was on a country station, pop station, rock station, sports,
And like if it's a holiday weekend, you're doing your show, you're recording it, the rest of it, so you can try to get home at somewhat of a decent time. Then you're recording on the country station for that Saturday, Sunday, the pop station Saturday, Sunday. Then you're doing sports updates the rest of the day. You're like, dude, you're toast. Mm-hmm. And then like then you're trying to drive down the road, or someone's driving down the road. You're trying to think, Saturday when they're feeling the good vibes, and all you're thinking about is get the fuck home. Yeah. So it's the same type of thing that would happen if you do bulk. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to do it on occasion, but if you did like bulk all the time, it's just like finding out what's fake and what's not.
Well, it's also like how many stories throughout the week that make me think about, or how many things that happen throughout the week that make me think about a topic I want to talk about on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. And I think also too, what's cool, what you guys do too, is like kind of recap the weekend. Mm-hmm. Like kind of like a no bullshit recap, like, hey, just being brutally honest, transparent, like not trying to be derogatory or mean, or just like, hey, like this venue has this. Yeah. It's not necessarily in our favor, but this is how we dealt with it. Yeah. I think that's cool. That's something that I sometimes have gotten a little bit in trouble with, of being a little bit too honest on like my social media stories. And then like people get offended, or like owners will like block you for no fucking reason. You're like, oh, swear to God. Like, and I'm like, I just said I don't like decibel limits. That's all I said. I don't like dB readers.
If someone liked that, I would question them.
So, you know what? You want to block me? Block me. Yeah. It's like a toxic girlfriend or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a bad bitch. Like to see you. Like, what are we doing? Yeah. So I think those are like that's what I like about this, because I know like a couple times it's happened to me, and I'm like, oh fuck, you want to almost get scared. Like, oh, maybe I just keep it generic. No, that's not my vibe. Mm. I'm authentic. I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's who I am. So when I started seeing like you guys like doing the recap, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, and again, it's not derogatory. It's not like, it's like, oh yeah, this party was fucking smoking, or hey, this party was solid. It was good. It's not like a shame on anybody.
No, it's not.
The wedding I did last night, like there was a previous couple that I did for. Low key, their wedding popped off more from behind the decks. Yeah. Popped off more. Now, as a whole, dude, that fucking wedding was still great last night. There was nothing. So I think it's cool. Like, just being open and honest, transparent. So
agreed.
Yeah. Love your watch, by the way.
Thank you, brother.
For the people who are watching, it's a good watch.
All right, we got to finish this, and then we're calling it quits.
Cool. Appreciate you guys having me,
bro. We've been going almost, I feel like 2 hours.
Hey, you know what? Call Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
This felt good. I need to do this more often.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, the thing is, dude, like,
back to my
whenever you want to come back.
Oh, dude, let me know.
Well, something I was going to mention was
I'll chop it up with you guys anytime.
Like, it's always been fun doing it, and then these last couple episodes, like having Mike and then Shawn on, like, it's been really fun having a guest. Mm-hmm. And just cool. Getting to talk about new things or hear new stories, or even like with Mike, just like learning his start, or Shawn learning your start. Yeah. Like, it's cool to hear that from other people.
I think it's like also on top of it too, it's just more of like a growing thing. Mm-hmm. And to like show people too, like, or couples that are potentially, or whoever, corporate, whatever. Yeah. Like, hey, we really are in this. Like, even though it's like opposite companies, it's really, we're in this for like the people to benefit the most. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think I tell that to every couple that's like talking with me, or they're personally ready to book with me, or whatever, or just with us. Like, hey, we're transparent. We're never going to put our thumb over anything. We're just going to guide you in the right direction. So I think something like this, in doing it, helps tremendously. To be fully honest, from bar gigs to extravagant weddings to graduation parties to everything in between. I mean, we have a package that's like $9,000, you know, and then we also have packages that are $2,500, you know. So it's like there is a scale, and we are very versed between our companies to do just about anything, if not everything. It's just depending on what you want, you know.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you again.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for coming on. And,
it's a good time.
Cheers.
I'm sure you'll be back.
Please. Come on, let's go.